Hey, I didn't just go for myself. I did some Christmas shopping too. Howdy, American Texan here, and I love to talk about comic books. This channel is all about comic books, what's releasing now, what's good in both the big two as well as the indies and the crowdfunding world. And if you want to talk about the stories, the art, the things that we love about comic books, this is the channel to follow. We'll let other channels do the gossip and the reporting on the writers and all the stupid stuff that they do. Let's just enjoy the medium, the art form, the stories. The thing that I love about comics the most is the fact that we can have so many stories happen in a month. We don't have to wait years for new series, seasons, releases, sequels, prequels. We just have great books always coming out, and that's what this channel here is always to talk about. On Wednesdays, we do comic book day hauls, where I go through not only the pulls of the week, but as well as the consignments that I got from my comic shop and the crowdfunds that came in. So if you love all things comic books and just want to nerd out with someone and share the hobby with someone, this is the channel. Like and subscribe. We've got 3 things to go over. We've got consignment buys. My shop does a lot of consigning. We're in Houston, so we get a lot of things coming through. So there's a lot of great things coming through the store. This weekend, they had a 25% all gifties sale where the LCS owner went through the shop, chose some tchotchkes and other little doodads that would make good gifts, and basically offered them for 25% off. So I got quite a bit, not only for myself, but also for the family. Then we got some new releases that we'll go through and some crowdfunds that came in the mail. So going into the things that I bought from my shop for my daughter, which by the way, if you're watching this, skip ahead a little bit because this is going to go either in your stocking or I'm just going to wrap it up or maybe just give it to you. I don't know. Got these Stranger Things. She is super into Stranger Things right now. She's going to go see the finale in the movies with my wife. And there's these little figurines. It's a vinyl figurine. It's one of those random mystery boxes or whatever. But again, they're cheap, and at 25% off, they're even cheaper. So I got several of these for her to try out. If she likes them, I'll go back to the shop and buy the rest of them out. But I got 3 so she could see what that's like. I'm not a fan of these little minifigs. Are you guys a fan of these mystery boxes? I see these all the time at Target, Walmart, in the stores, and of course in the comic shop. Everyone's got them. SpongeBob, Marvel has them. It's kind of like trading cards, but I guess little figurines. So hey, if that's your bag, that's your bag. This one's more for the family, but sometimes to spice up board games, especially the 20th or 30th time you're playing a board game, you can swap out the board pieces that come with the game. So, Monopoly, you can have all the different Monopoly pieces, as well as there's a game we play called CDSK where you actually bring your own token. You go around the house, find like a pinto bean or a coin or maybe a gummy bear or something that you can use as your game piece. Well, we had these little meeples here. So we've got little mighty meeples. So we've got DC meeples here. I got a couple of those packs, and then here's one. One of these is different. I don't remember why these are different. Maybe I just bought 3. But I got these little mighty meeples here. So again, not expensive. A nice little stocking stuffer for the family. But maybe we hit like a Superman, and I can have a little Superman game piece instead of a boat during Monopoly. My piece is the boat. What's your Monopoly piece? And then also for the gifties, my wife likes socks, specifically like socks that have things on them. What do you call those? Like funny socks? So I got her this little Christmas pair here. It's from A Christmas Story, and it says, how does the piggies eat, right?
Be a good boy. Show mommy how the piggies eat.
And then it's got oink, oink, oink on the bottom. So a nice little Christmas pair of socks for my wife. But of course, I'm going to take advantage of a sale for myself. So I did pick up just a few things for myself, including this little signed card here in gold, Dan Panosian. I don't know exactly what set this is. This is Black Tom. On the back, it says Xavier's Files. I can't tell exactly what it is. It's from 1993. But we got a little signature on there. And I didn't really look too much into it or anything about it. Like, did Panosian even do this art? 93 seems like quite a while ago. But we got a little signature in gold there. Just a nice to have. And I wouldn't buy it normally, but at 25% off, I said, hey, why not? But once I saw these, I was like, yes, let me have those. I got a couple of belt buckles. Can you believe that? They had some belt buckles there in the little gift section, and I just had to get these, starting with this Batman one. This is a very nice size Batman one. So it is black, though, so it's not going to match with a whole lot of stuff. I do have a Texas belt buckle. That's kind of my go-to. But, hey, if I go somewhere and I'm wearing jeans, I might pop this on for a little extra flair. But the one I'm most excited for is this bad boy right here. We got a Punisher. This was actually made in 2012, according to the back. A little Punisher. But not only that, it's got the skull the original Skull, of course, and the guns here. Look at that. I love that. That is so cool. So this will look good too. Now this will go with a lot of things, but this will be good for like going out, if we go, to karaoke night or go out to the bar, maybe you got some family playing at the bar. This will be a lot of fun to wear. So I got a couple of belt buckles for myself. Really good deal too. These would be way more expensive at the Western store. All right, but enough of that stuff. Let's actually talk about the comic books. And boy, this is a huge week for the big two. I got quite a few Marvel and DC books, not a lot of indie books that came out. Let's start with Marvel. I've got 6 books from Marvel. That's huge. Starting with Ultimate Spider-Man number 23. Man, people are really cooling off on this. My shop ordered at least enough to get the 1 in 25 variant, and several of those I really like to collect because they're the family covers. Those 1-ins are not showing up. As soon as they announced they're killing off the Ultimate Universe, I guess a lot of folks in the shop removed the book from their pull list, and so I'm not seeing the 1 in 25. That's really sad, unfortunately. And I also had a little bit of a spoiler, so number 23 I think I'm going to be kind of mid on. But overall, I hope that it can do a pretty good ending. And then also Ultimate Wolverine number 12. This will be the last one that I get. I know they extended it to 16 issues, but I also saw that issues 13 to 16 are going to be $1 more. I think Wes from Thinking Critical had a good idea of, I think they're charging $1 because everyone that's done with Spider-Man is going to start reading Wolverine. So they're trying to just pump out an extra $1 out of everyone. And if that's true, or even if it's not, I don't know. We'll see how this ends up, but I think this is going to be the last Ultimate Wolverine that I pull. Then we got Spider-Man and Wolverine. This is my favorite Marvel ongoing right now. Spider-Man and Wolverine, the art in this is just a lot of fun. Some of the issues have had art going vertical, so you got to go up and down. Arachnix villain in this arc is awesome. He is terrifying. He is scary. He is, oh my goodness, what's happening next? I am super enjoying Spider-Man and Wolverine. If you are enjoying the Absolute Universe, I think you'll absolutely, no pun intended, really enjoy Spider-Man and Wolverine. Then also Infernal Hulk number 2. I enjoyed issue 1. I didn't get to review it on the channel, but issue 2 is here. I know that some people are kind of like, this really isn't the Hulk because it's not Bruce Banner Hulk. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. So let's see what happens. I'm a huge fan of Philip Kennedy Johnson. I like the way he tells stories. I like the way he writes dialogue. And I think this one will continue to be a lot of fun. And of course, the art is gorgeous. The art by Klein on this one. Yeah, awesome. And then Marvel Knights, The Punisher. This one's by Palmiotti. Now, I do like Palmiotti as a writer. This one, though, I'm a little iffy on. We've got Punisher, but he's not really being the Punisher. He's more being manipulated or mind-controlled by El Zombie, which is like a drug. So you're not really seeing the Punisher. I don't know. I'm kind of mid on it. I definitely like Ben Percy's Punisher Red Band a lot more, but it's not too bad. And I'm desperate for some Punisher, so I will keep reading this unless this just does something to completely throw me off, but I don't see that coming. Hopefully Punisher will get his revenge from all the people that are taking advantage of him. And then finally, Fantastic Four Facsimile. This is the last one of the year, number 12. This is Fantastic Four meets the Hulk. I'm really enjoying these facsimiles. I like the facsimiles. I know you could just get a collected edition or a trade paperback, but I like the facsimiles because you can read the original ads. You can read the original letters to the editor. Some of them were not very nice. So I really like seeing that. And of course, you get to see Stan Lee's response to those letters. So this is the last one. They were doing one a month this year. And so I'm excited to wrap it up here. Moving on to DC, I've got a few DC books here. I actually only have 5. I thought I would have had more. Usually I have more DC than Marvel, but I got 5 DC, starting with the big one that everyone's talking about, Absolute Batman. We get the number 15. We get the introduction of Absolute Joker. I am trying to avoid spoilers. This will be the first thing I read tonight. Usually I read Marvel first, but everyone's talking about this issue, so I want to make sure I don't get spoiled on it. I will be reading this one first. I'm enjoying it. It is something different. It's a lot of fun. It's basically Batman in like a manga form, but man, it's an absolute roller coaster, and I'm enjoying what it is. And then also everyone's talking about DCKO Aquaman, number 12, I think. Number 12, yep, by Jeremy Adams. I'm really enjoying the way Adams is doing his DC KO crossovers. I think his Absolute Power crossover was also really well. I just like the way he does these crossover issues here. Not crossovers, tie-ins. I like the way he's doing these tie-ins. So this one is Aquaman versus Hawkeye, round 2. Unfortunately, I did not add the Wonder Woman versus Lobo to my pull, so I did not get it. I'm going to have to order it from my comic shop online. Hopefully they still have it. I'm debating getting the digital version just so I can have it to review for Friday. But if not, that is something that I will want. And this is a great reminder. Hey, even if you show up to your comic shop on Wednesday, they may still sell out if you don't have something on your pull list. So absolutely make sure you add stuff to your pull list. Otherwise you might miss it out like I did on Wonder Woman versus Lobo. But well, at least read this one and hopefully it's good. Then Action Comics. This is number 1093. Looks like maybe something's happening with the old Kent home. The bank's trying to close in on it. Maybe is it Captain Atom who he's been dealing with? I might just be thinking about that from DCKO last week. But he's having a mentorship a little bit from someone. I want to say it was Captain Atom, but I could be wrong. And so now we've got notice of foreclosure, so maybe there's some funny business. I'm enjoying young Clark Kent, young Superboy stories here. I think it's a nice reprieve from all the other Superman stuff we're doing. So if you're going to write about Superman, hey, let's make it young Superman. Put it in a different time and different season, and I'm enjoying it a lot. All right, Green Lantern Corps. This one, I didn't care too much for the last issue. It wasn't bad, but I know that Morgan Hampton is writing this one now solo, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to or want to follow where they're going with this. So we'll check it out, but this one is going to be kind of a make or break for me. If it pulls me in with a great story or some really good characterization, I will stay in it. If not, then I may just bounce out and just keep reading Adam's Green Lantern. And then last DC book of the week for me is Batman and Robin, Philip Kennedy Johnson. Again, one of my favorite writers right now. This one is the best Bat Dad you can read. Really enjoying this one. Sad to see it end as PKJ goes Marvel exclusive. I think they're going to go to 30. This is number 28, so I'm excited to see where we go from here. But I'm absolutely loving everything inside of Batman and Robin. And just 2 indies from my comic shop this week. Transformers number 27 by Kirkman and Mora. I'm enjoying Dan Mora's Transformers. Kirkman's Transformers, it is a little bit of a shift, but it's still pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's still one of the best books on the comic book shelf. So I'm enjoying this one. And then the one I'm really looking forward to is Geiger. This is number 19, right? Number 19. We've got Ashley Arden coming back. And what's she going to do? Is she going to help? Is she going to be a bad guy? Who knows? But man, this one is one of the most gorgeous books out there right now. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. And since there's only 2 indie books that I'll be reading, any 2 floppies, I'll be able to catch up on some crowdfunds for my Off the Indie Shelf review. And speaking of, let's take a look at the crowdfunds that came in this week. Quite a few crowdfunds that came in this week. Starting with Nerdrotic, or actually waiting for Nerdrotic. This is a really, really great printed book. This is not like your mass market paperback book that you just pull off of the Target shelf. I mean, this has got some quality. It's a nice, shiny, glossy cover here. Very thick cardstock. And you know what? Surprisingly, it's not huge, large text. It looks like it'll be a pretty good read. So looking forward to that one. Looks like I am still waiting for the Patriarch to come in. I cannot wait to do the Patriarch. And if you watch this on Wednesday when it comes out, I'll actually be doing an interview with John's Longbox. I don't know if it'll be so much as an interview, so much as just let's just nerd out about comics. And I really like, how he's more old school. And I just look forward to just having a conversation with someone that usually I just listen to on the weekends. We got Brave books coming in. We're part of the subscription. So on the 1st, every month, we get a new Brave book. It's not quite a graphic novel or a comic, but my son loves these. And so this one is about distractions, beautifully illustrated regardless, and nice stories. And then they have activities. He's still a little young for the activities in the back, but nice little learning stuff in the back that you can kind of get into. So that's Caught in the Groove. Looks like we're going to have some musician stuff coming in. And the last one is actually all together. So it wasn't quite a few crowdfunds, but actually it was a big package here that came in. Bigfoot Knows Karate. This one looked very interesting, piqued my interest. And I think after an interview, I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and just catch up on this one. I got the catch-up tier. I love those catch-up tiers. And so we've got issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. And actually got quite a few little goodies here in the back. We got some trading cards, a sticker, a little art print. Looks like, I can't tell if that's a bookmark or maybe just an ad. But this is Bigfoot Knows Karate. I don't know too much about it other than, I guess, Bigfoot Knows Karate. Sounds like a fun read, great art, and I love to support good writers and artists. So got the full set here I'll be reading. And that's everything that I got for today. And yeah, that was kind of a light week for me. But what did you get this week? Let me know down in the comments. Let's nerd out together. Thank you guys for watching. Your time and attention mean the world to me. Like and subscribe and all the YouTube stuff. And I'll see you all in the next video. Adios.